What's up, guys? This is the kid DZD, aka dadrankkang, bringing you guys a quick tutorial to show you guys a little bit about the pockets of your melodies. Pockets are very, very important for you to understand in your melodies because this is the key to making sure that you create everything around your melody that fits, specifically your drum patterns. If you aren't able to identify pockets in your melodies, then your hi-hat patterns can come out very, very stale, and you can lose a lot of rhythm in your beats simply because those melodic pockets are not identified. So hopefully this video will give you guys a good understanding of, first of all, what a pocket is, and second of all, why it is so important and so helpful in identifying it in your beats. I've been cooking up a lot on my laptop lately. That's where I am right now, and I figured I'd go ahead on and give you guys this quick tutorial, and hopefully it'll help you guys out. So if it does, make sure you drop a thumbs up on the video along with your comments below. That will help put the video in the eyes of a lot of people that it can help, so don't forget to do that. So we're going to go ahead on and play the beat, and then we're going to dive in, deconstruct the main melody of the beat, and I'm going to show you guys a simple way to identify pockets in your melodies and also why they're so helpful and so important. Let's dive in and get to work. This is the beat. Check it out. So for this particular thing, all we're going to need is just the melody and a drum pattern. So let's dive into that. We're going to go to the melody track very quickly. Let's go ahead on and hit Shift and F. That way we can get a full screen of our melody. For those of you guys that don't know, that's a small tip. Holding Shift and hitting F will give you your full screen to where you can now see your melodies very, very clear. So let's dive in and see what this thing is doing. If you notice, it's not that complex. It's very simple, but we're going to deconstruct it a little bit. That way you guys can see what's up with it. So we already know these bottom notes right here are our bass notes in our melody. Let's get rid of those bass notes, and then we're going to dive into this melody at the top and see if we can find our pockets in it. So if you notice in our melody, we see four things that are hitting over and over again. Four notes. There they are here. Our same four notes here. Our same four notes here. Our same four notes here. And it repeats like that throughout the whole entire pattern. The other notes are just fill-in notes. So our fill-in notes would be this one here, this one here, this one here, and these up here. All those notes are doing is just transitioning back into our four notes. Pay close attention. So let's delete those transition notes. We have just deconstructed our melody and figured out exactly what our pocket is. These four notes hitting over and over again. Now you can understand exactly what a pocket is. Now, as simple as this pocket is, I'll show you why it's so important. This is our drum track right here, and all we're going to be concerned with is just our main hi-hat pattern. The rest of these are just percussion sounds and fill-in notes that kind of give the beat a bit more motion and a bit more rhythm. So you guys know in beats that this pattern right here is very, very common with your hi-hats. This is what's called a two-step hi-hat pattern. Check it out. Sometimes this works, but I'll show you why it doesn't work sometimes. Because if you notice, our melody stops. When our melody has those gaps in it, you'll notice that our hi-hats are just sitting out there by themselves. Nothing is playing, nothing is happening. Pay close attention to where the melody stops, and the hi-hats are just literally sitting out with nothing playing. Check it out. If you can't hear that, I'll make it even easier for you. Let's go just to the last bar of this loop right here. Now, we don't have anything muted. We're supposed to be hearing a melody and hi-hats, but watch what's happening with our pattern. we are literally listening to just hi-hats playing. If we go back and catch the melody, so now you can kind of hear where those hi-hats are literally sitting out there by themselves. It happens again right here. If we catch the melody, then you'll hear it. It's when this two-step hi-hat is now playing and your melodies are not. If you're able to create things like this, then you will now be able to eliminate those hi-hats hanging out there by themselves. Check it out. So just putting those small gaps in our hi-hat pattern right here now allow us to create that space in our hi-hats that now fit the space in our melodies. We don't have a bunch of hi-hats hanging out there by themselves that are doing nothing at all. We now have rhythm to our hi-hats, and the rhythm is matching what our pocket in our melody is doing. We wouldn't be able to do that if we didn't understand what a pocket is. That's why it's so important to recognize those pockets in your melodies. So let's dive in a little bit so we can understand what our hi-hats are doing in matching the pocket of our melody. Let's go ahead on and shrink our 8 bars down to just 4. This would be half of our 8 bars. So let's just delete these hi-hats right here, which will be the second part of our 8 bars, okay? Because we recognize the pocket in our melody, now we can start shifting these notes over and they'll fit anywhere. Check this out. I can shift this over just one note. Check it out. I can start taking notes out. Let's take random notes out, just these. I can take this middle one and let's put it in the front here. I can start eliminating a few notes here, just random notes. I can now start getting a certain groove with my hi-hats, and it's all up to you and what you want to do in fitting the pocket of your melody. And if you notice, let's go back to our original pattern. That's exactly what I did. This is our original pattern right here. If I put it back to the 8-bar loop, you'll be able to hear just a little bit of variation in it. Just shifting notes over. This is the reason why understanding a pocket in your melody is so important. If you're able to deconstruct the melody and understand what the pocket is doing, then you're able to fit your main hi-hat pattern around that. Now you don't have something like this. You now go to something that sounds like this. Now you can start placing percussion sounds where you want to. I'll leave the card up top to a video that will actually help you to understand more about where you can place your percussion sounds. And now you have something that sounds like this. this kind of flew over your head a little bit, don't worry. That's what the rewind button is for. Watch it again. If it's still a bit challenging for you, I'll leave the link to my live video help sessions in the video description. I'll be able to take you more in depth of how this works, and I'll also be able to take you through more concepts just like this that are very, very simple in beat making. It's just that sometimes it's a little hard to recognize it if you have no one that's able to explain it to you. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the video. If this helped you out in any way, make sure you guys drop a like and drop a comment. Let me know if you learned anything new, and also let me know if you use these type of tips in your beat making process. The more sharing that the community does, that's the way we all can get better and better at what we love to do, which is make music. The drums that we used in this video, as you saw on screen, is from my new Cerebral Drum Kit. If you guys don't have that, make sure you guys grab a copy. That link is also in the video description. You will get all of my drum sounds for a very, very affordable price, even if you're a beginner or an advanced person. That drum kit will absolutely do you some good. Love all you guys. Make sure y'all stay safe, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.